All right, we're going to learn about the word analysis skill for this week. We have prefixed and word chunked at the beginning of a word with in or on, and then suffixed are word chunked added to the end of the word, such as able or less. So let's take a look at these and how they help you understand the meaning of a word. So I can determine the meaning of a word that contains the prefix on and in and the suffixes able and last at the end of a word. If you look at this cute diagram, you always have a base root word in the middle, the prefixes are at the beginning, and suffixes are at the end of a word. All right, why learn prefixes? Prefixes add meaning to thousands of words. Learn a few prefixes and you open up the meaning of thousands of words. So it kind of piques your interest and expands your vocabulary bank. And once you learn the meaning of some prefixes, you won't have to look them up in a dictionary. So it's all about working smarter, not harder. Here we go. What is a prefix? Think about the word pre, like a pre-game. So these are things that happen in the beginning, before the actual event. So prefix is a group of letters that form the first syllable in a word. Each prefix has its own meaning. Pre means before. A prefix changes the meaning of a word. So when you add that prefix, it means something else. Now prefixes combine with other words to form new words with a different meaning. So pre plus view, so before we look at it, called a preview, first look. This week we'll be looking at two prefixes of in before a base word and on before a base word. Suffixes are at the end of a word. We're going to look at able and less. And if you think about it, we have two words in our vocabulary word list this week. We have unbelievable, so we have on and able, and then we also have speechless. So we're going to take a look at those. All right, what do all of these words have in common? Take a look. Unhappy, unlock, untie, unpack, unkind, uncover, undo, and unable. Absolutely. They all have the prefix on. So what does un mean? Unhappy, not happy or sad. Unlock, not locked up, it's open. Unpack, not pack. Untied, the shoe is not tied. So the prefix un, unkind, not kind, or harsh or cruel. Uncover, not covered. Undo, not done. Unable, not able to do it. So it means not or the opposite of. So when you see that on at the beginning with a base word that can stand by itself, it simply means not. All right. So let's add the prefix on to the word to make new one. So we have dress, but remember prefix is at the beginning. So undress. Equal become unequal. Fair become unfair. And fit become unfit. So looking at the base word, can we identify the root word? We have fold, block, able, like, bolt, known, armed, and fasten. So there they are with all the prefix of on. So what other word can you think of that begin with the prefix on? So let's think about that. So when you come to your small group, we'll share some of those on words that you're familiar with. So let's take a look at these. More words that begin with the prefix on. So what do all these words have in common? Incomplete, inside, independent, inedible. Absolutely, they all have in. So the prefix in. Okay, so what does the prefix in mean? Incomplete, not complete or unfinished. Indefinite, not definite or not sure. Independent, not dependent. I could do it by myself. Inexpensive, not expensive or cheap. So the prefix in means not or the opposite of, just like un. All right, so we're going to add in the prefix, so before the base word to make new one. So human become inhuman, decent become indecent, sincere become insincere, and tolerable become intolerable. And remember, all of these mean not in that word. All right, so here are some more. Infinite, inexact, incapable, injustice, inability, invalid, incorrect, invisible. They all have the prefix in before the base word. Nice. Okay, let's take a look at suffixes. Prefixes are at the beginning, suffixes are at the end. So suffix is a group of letters that form the last syllable in a root or base word. Each suffix has its own meaning as well. A suffix changes the meaning of the word. So why learn them? They add to thousand meanings of words. Learn a few suffixes, open up your bank of words, and then you won't have to look them up once you know what they mean. So, looking at these group of words, they all have the able suffix at the end. Remember, they have a root word that can stand by itself added to a suffix at the end. All right, breakable, able to break, can break, believable, able to believe or can believe, chewable, able to chew or can chew, play or payable, you can be able to pay and can pay. So with the above, but with the base word before it. So above means that able to do or can do. All right, so let's change wear to wearable, watch to watchable, shoot is shootable, sing is singable. All right, so take a look at these words in your head, reading out loud. They all have the base word above, along with a base or root word in front of it. Because above are at the end, and base words are in front of it. So we have respect, drink, count, conceal, elect, play, portable, and sustain. All right, so let's take a look at these. What do these all have in common? You got it. They all have lash or the suffix of lash at the end. So what does lash mean? Power, lash. Without power or less of it. Nameless, without a name. Homeless, without a home. Tasteless, without taste. Alrighty, so suffix less means without. Alright, let's take care and add less to the base word. Care become careless or without care. Help become helpless, without help. Hope, hopeless, without hope. Need, needless, without a need. So we're adding a suffix to the end of a base root word. All right, so looking at some of these other ones, we're going to find the root word with the suffix las. We have lift, resist, art, peer, the finish, shift, end, and purpose. Boys and girls, these are all base words that can stand by themselves with or without a suffix. All right, so your target skill is going to be able to determine the meaning of a word that contains the prefix on or in at the beginning of a word and suffixes above and last at the end of a word. So we're going to go into a packet and practice those meanings of words.